September is not always the best reading month for me because it's back to school. I'm super tired. The nights are getting longer. I'm just like, not so much. However, there are some September releases coming your way. So welcome to my September TBR. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week and then movie reviews here at the weekend. In the description box below, you will find all of my social links, including my blog and my Goodreads, where I post reviews of the things that I read. She says, knowing that I haven't posted anything particularly recently, but I also do like top 10 Tuesdays and things like that on there, so you're going to want to check those out. I also said that as a reminder to myself because I have not been tracking things on my Goodreads, so I need to go and do a bulk update on there. Yes, we have some September releases to talk about, some things that I was in the middle of in the month of August, and then an intentional non-fiction on my TBR as well to help me kind of like kick that into gear. So first of all, 14th of September here in the UK, so as you're seeing this week, we have The Hidden Years by Rachel Hall. You can see there's a bookmark in here. I've already started it. This is a good start to September. This one is let's see if we can do this. Let's do this way instead. Her heart told her to be careful. Sorry, her head told her to be careful. Her heart did not care. 1939, and Imogen Lockhart is on her way to Cornwall. Two small boys in tow, evacuees from London. Me neither, Siri. She's simply to deliver them to Silverwood, their new school, but when she is asked to stay on, she readily agrees. When in 1966, talented musician Gray Robinson persuades Belle Johnson to abandon her university studies and follow him to Silverwood, home to an artistic community. On the Cornish coast, Belle agrees even though they've only just met. The thought of spending their summer with Gray is all she can think about. But being with Gray isn't the only reason that Belle agrees to accompany him to Silverwood. So as the summer months unfold, Belle begins to learn the truth about secrets from the past that have been kept hidden, but also about the person that she wants to be. So I don't read a lot of things set in Cornwall because I have never been to Cornwall, and well, no, I have dipped my toe into Cornwall very briefly, but I've never sort of spent a lot of time in Cornwall. I hear it's busy, and so I don't tend to read a lot of things set there, and so this is interesting, but I do like a dual timeline, so I have started it. I'm only 50 pages in so far as of filming this video, but we will see how it goes. 14th of September in the UK, and this is what the beautiful finished hardback copy will look like. Then we have a September release which I have already started. I started in the month of August. If you haven't seen my Bout of Books vlog and wrap up, I will leave that linked up above because I talk about this book here. This is Holly Bourne, You Could Be So Pretty, Beauty Comes at a Price and Girls Must Pay. So this is a little bit like witchy dystopian kind of need to give this one sit down and a little bit of time because it's not the kind of thing I normally read. However, I have been a fan of Holly Bourne's recent work, and so I really want to kind of give this one a go. This isn't out until the end of the month, 28th of September here in the UK, and of course all the books I'm talking about today will be linked in the description box for you if you want to pre-order a copy yourself. Also on the 28th of September, I did request this one on NetGalley, but got turned down despite having reviewed Beth O'Leary's ones on NetGalley and on my blog before. I think I've reviewed everything that she's put out, but I have pre-ordered the audiobook of this one. The tagline is Two Sworn Enemies, One Failing Hotel. Love is the last thing they need. Sounds brilliant. And this one was on my 23 books I want to read in 2023 video, so I will leave that linked up above in case you haven't seen that one. Wake Up Call, Beth O'Leary. This one comes out on the 28th of September as well. As I say, I have pre-ordered the audiobook, so whilst it is on my September TBR, see if Audible actually release their audiobooks at midnight on the day that they are released, I could listen to this on my commute to work. But because they come out at like 8 a.m. or something like that, I'm already been in work for at least an hour by that point. So then I'm only going to listen to it on my way home from work. However, there's not enough signal at my school to download an audiobook. So then I can't listen to it until the next morning. And that's my frustration with Audible and pre-orders. So this one potentially will not get listened to in September. However, just know that I have the every intention of it being a September read. But yeah, I do have a bit of a drive on the 30th of September, so I will listen to a decent amount then, but potentially won't finish it. But I'll let you know in my September wrap up and my October TBR how I get on with this one. But I'm excited to read it, and the ones that I have done of Beth O'Leary's on audio have been really well narrated, so I think it's worth waiting for that pre-order anyway, even though I could have, read it already. And then I have a non-fiction audiobook that I put a hold on it with my library. It's come through, and so as of filming this, I am solidly into this one. And this one is Page Boy by Elliot Page, a memoir. I was a massive fan of Juno when it first came out, and it's still, one of those comfort watch films for me. I also really, really loved Whip It, and I could watch those films back to back. I really, really enjoyed them, and so I'm really interested in reading this memoir from Elliot Page. I, as I say, have already started it. It's narrated by the author, and so yeah, I love the fact that I'm intentionally putting a non-fiction on my TBR as well. And then in addition to that, I am also 50% of the way through The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, 'Tis the Season to Fall in Love, by Laurie Gilmore, which if you... I can't remember which order I'm putting these up in, but in my August wrap up, I talk about having read 50% of this and how it's just got every trope going. It's got that move to a small town from a big city, inherit a coffee shop from a relative, little bit of cozy autumn vibes, and then we've got the guy and he comes in, I'm he's going to be wearing a flannel shirt, isn't he? Oh, and he was wearing a flannel shirt. So if you're a fan of all of those kind of romance tropes, I think this one will be for you. It's a little bit funny that I'm only halfway through it because it's only 200 and something pages, so you would think that I would have finished it by now, but essentially I got distracted by the other books that I've talked about so far and forgot to finish this one. So it's on the September TBR. It's going to happen, and yeah, there we have it. I've kept it nice and simple because I don't know how much time I'm going to have. Hopefully we'll get some stuff listened to on audiobook in the car, and as I say, I've been intentional and I've actually started reading a physical book, which I'm really pleased about. I would like to carve out some time next weekend to sit down and read The Holly Born because I really do feel it's going to be good, and then that Beth O'Leary is pre-ordered, and hopefully if I can manage to access it, listen to a little bit on the last couple of days of September, we might have a chance of finishing it in the month of September. I feel like if I finish it on the 1st of October, it still counts because it's a weekend. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments, and also please do let me know what you are reading in the month of September. Have you got any pre-orders coming your way? Do you think that you might read some non-fiction? Do let me know. Always happy to hear from you. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed and hit your notification bell so that you don't miss out on my September wrap up to find out what I think of these. And I do have a standalone book review video coming your way very soon because I just read something very exciting that I have to tell you all about. I will be back with another video for you very soon, as well as a movie review video this weekend, so I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Woo!